Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is the Prince of FNAF, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And of course, if you like the content seen in tonight's video, then be sure to hit that notification bell and like button. That way, you will indeed be notified for any awesome videos like this in the future. With that out of the way, let's get started with today's video. Godzilla 2000 The Millennium is a Toho kaiju movie and was released in 1999. This is the first movie in a series of movies which fans refer to as the Millennium series, which includes this movie, Godzilla vs. Megaguirus, and Godzilla Final Wars. The movie opens up with a group of people getting into a souped up car. You think that they are storm tracers or trackers, sorry. And these people, instead of tracking storms, they track fucking Godzilla. And so this group of people is called the Godzilla Anticipation Group. Basically, what they do is they predict the outcome of Godzilla striking a specific city or continent or surfacing to attack specific city and continent. It's all very fascinating. So they have this girl with them. Basically, she wants to take close-up pictures of Godzilla for the news when Godzilla inevitably attacks. So she joins these group of people who basically track Godzilla. They get too close to Godzilla in front of a bridge, which is very reminiscent of the 1998 Godzilla movie, where Godzilla chases them into a kind of underground tunnel and then gets stuck on a bridge inevitably. But it is pretty cool. He looks down at them, they shine their flashlights up at him, and it just shows you the mass scale of how big this creature is compared to them. He looks down at them and they're like, oh, let's turn the light off. And so she takes pictures of Godzilla. This scares Godzilla. Godzilla violently tries to attack them, and they of course escape. And so as they're basically following Godzilla around the city, of course at a safe distance, the lady finally decides that she's going to take some pictures. However, the first pictures that she took of Godzilla when they were really close to him fried her camera because of the radiation. So she had to go and do it again. So she reached out to these people again, the Godzilla prediction group, and they're like, okay, you want more pictures? You got to join our crew. And she's like, I don't want to join a crew. I just want to take pictures for the newspaper. And she's like, sorry, but you can, if you do join us, you got to pay your part of the utilities. And she's like, okay. And one of the funniest jokes in this movie is that the expenses of gas. So they're like, she's like, she pays for gas, and she's like, equal expenses my ass, because the gas is so expensive and she doesn't want to pay it. And it's made crystal clear throughout the movie, and it's kind of played off as a joke, as humor, that she just doesn't want to pay for the gas, to pay it to basically fuel up their souped up car. And so the government discovers this rock under the ocean, and basically they find some really interesting minerals inside this rock. So they take it out and they proceed to push it up to the surface with some balloons. The rock takes on a life of its own and floats up to the surface. And apparently they discover that this rock is somehow attracted to the sun. And it's later also revealed that this same rock that they discovered isn't actually a rock, it's a fossilized spaceship. Basically, the spaceship crashed onto Earth and then laid dormant for years because of the lack of sunlight that was reaching it. So when they moved it up to the surface, the light instantly brought it back to life, and the ship went up. The military decides that they want to test a couple of armor-piercing rounds on Godzilla to see if they can maybe kill him. And Godzilla basically lays waste to all of this military equipment, and then the fossilized rock spaceship flies over to Godzilla. They engage in a fight. The rock spaceship shoots a freaking laser up the side of it, and Godzilla gets gravely injured, and inevitably Godzilla manages to chase off the alien space rock. And later on, during their fight, it's actually Godzilla actually managed to chip a large chunk of the fossilized material around the rock off, where you can actually see the silver spaceship inside, which I think is pretty cool. And over the course of their battles, this spaceship starts to become more revealed. And so, in the movie's, I guess, third act, the spaceship is fully revealed and it starts flying around, lands on top of a building, and in this building happens to be an office building where the aliens start trying to get into the computers to learn more about Godzilla because the aliens want to become Godzilla itself. And so Godzilla shows up, tussles with the aliens. The aliens basically beat the shit out of him. And then round two, the aliens finally come out and they're like, okay, we're going to use Godzilla's DNA to try to adapt to the Earth's atmosphere. This ends up mutating the one alien that appears, and it turns into a kaiju known as Orga. Orga engages in fight with Godzilla, and they basically have a huge fight. And in one of the more interesting scenes in a Godzilla movie, Orga actually attempts to swallow Godzilla whole. As it's doing so, it's leeching off of Godzilla, taking its radiation to kind of become a clone of Godzilla at the expense of killing Godzilla himself, which I think is a pretty cool aspect here. And inevitably, Godzilla ends up blowing the Orga from the inside out. Orga dies, Godzilla saves the day, and just goes on a rampage to Tokyo. And they play some really sad music during this part, for some reason. And then the movie ends. This movie was actually pretty good. I did enjoy it. I liked the really interesting kaiju design for the evil kaiju in this movie. It was pretty cool. The space aliens thing is nothing new to Godzilla lore. It was pretty cool, and I enjoyed the movie a lot. This movie was one of the more classic movies that actually focused on how giant monsters wreaking havoc in a city actually affects the populace. And while these movies don't tend to really focus on that kind of aspect of a Godzilla attack, I thought it was really cool that in this classic movie they decided to showcase that. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Do take care. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys in the next video.